friends. So today we are going to be doing, this is the first time my hair is like down in a video, my new hair. I love the cut. The color is a little bit not the color I want, but I got some purple shampoo, and I also got something else that one of you guys recommended me in the comments of my last video. If you haven't seen my hair horror story, you can go check it out. But I got something else too that one of you guys recommended to help fix like dead ends and stuff. This is just natural. I got out of the shower a couple hours ago, and this is just what it turned into. But today we are going to be doing a my thoughts video, which I'm so excited. I love doing these, and I'm really happy that you guys like watching these, because these are probably some of my favorite to shoot, just sitting down and talking to you guys. This is like my favorite thing to do. So I kind of just wanted to sit down, catch up on life, talk about life a little bit, and yeah, I'm really excited about this video. So let's just jump right into it. It's my YouTuber impression. Was it good? Because my hair did lose quite a bit of length, which is weird because I'm trying to get used to it. I'm not going to talk about my hair the whole video, I promise. It looks a little bit more orangey on camera than it is. In person, it's a lot more blonde. I think it's because of the lights. But yeah, this is my first time. I actually just had to get all of my makeup like back in order, because as you guys know, if you watched my last video, I had to move everything out of my apartment or slash like to the sides of the apartment. So because of that, all of my makeup was in my kitchen cupboards, because I didn't want any of the toxic spray they were spraying to get on the makeup, because like you put this on your face. So I had to just unpack it from my kitchen cupboards and put it back at like my desk. And that was a lot. By the way, let me know if you guys want to see when I move. I'm moving at the end of March. So we're getting a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, which I'm like the most excited about. And it has a dishwasher, so it checks all of my boxes of what I want. But I'm turning that second bedroom into like a filming makeup type room. So if you guys want to see, Porefesional, if you guys want to see something, like not really, I don't know if I want to do like a tour. I guess it would be a tour. I kind of just want to show you guys like what I do with the room, maybe to give you guys some inspiration for your vanities. I personally love those types of videos. I just squirted out way too much. So if you guys wanted me to film something like that, let me know, because I'm so down to do that. I've also been using, it's called I put this on before this video, so that's why I didn't put it on in the video, but just to give you guys like a PSA, it's called Udderly Smooth Hand Cream, and it has like cow prints on it. Just so you guys know, this is a bomb primer. Like, I know it's a face lotion, but it makes your face super smoothed out and really nice. And I found that putting this on, I know it's weird, put it on as a primer, I found works amazing. It makes my makeup look really good. So just so you guys know, that Udderly Smooth, and it's not that expensive, I think. I'm pretty sure that my mom gave it to me because she had an extra one. So I got this little Morphe Y6 brush. My mom gave me some Valentine's Day presents, and she gave me some Morphe. I got their little Picasso palette, this Y6 brush, and I got some of the setting mist, which I've been loving. So just so you guys, I'm sorry there's so much to talk about. I've missed you guys. All right, what are we using today? Maybe I'll use my Fenty. I think I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty foundation, because I really like this stuff. And it makes my skin look natural while still being like flawless. And then I'll use like a really full coverage concealer. I found this Kat Von D concealer at Marshall's, and I haven't used it yet, but I'm not going to use it today because I have to look good today. So what's been going on? Well, what's been going on in like the drama community, you ask? A lot. So you probably know by the title of this video that I wanted to talk about the sort of drama that has been happening with Mango Tea and Tawny Michelle. Mango Tea got a lot of heat last week because of a video. I already made a video about that and the Gerard Cosmetics situation. And, you know, my thoughts are pretty much the same on that. My thoughts didn't really change because of like, I know, who was it? Beauty Truth Sleuth. I know they came out with a really in-depth video, and I thought that video was really good. It was very informative about the situation. but I did think it was just a little bit biased, which makes sense because that's her viewpoint. So it makes sense that she did it from her viewpoint. And I wasn't really mad about that, but it just didn't, I'm not swayed that he's this like John Cookian-esque person. Here is more what I wanted to talk about. Mango Tea, in a live stream, he had been getting subtweeted about by, for sure, Dustin Dailey. It didn't really seem like Tawny was subtweeting him. And if Dustin Dailey wants to subtweet him, like, let him. Like, it doesn't matter. That's not really what I have an issue with. Subtweeting is, like, not the problem here. So, I guess Mango Tea was, like, people were telling him that Tawny was, like, saying she was going to expose him, which I guess she never said. This is all going off, by the way, just those two people. I watched both part 1 and part 2 of Tawny's video, and I also watched Mango Tea's video. I thought both brought up interesting points. And I think the whole situation, I think Petty Paige said it best when she was like, this situation is honestly just, like, messy at this point. Because it is. It's the situation with Mango Tea is the most messy, and I'm not, like, here for that. I felt like I had to say a couple of things in regarding what he said about Tawny and mugshots. So if you guys don't know who Tawny Michelle is a YouTuber who I think she has 6,000 subscribers. So a lot. She kind of jumped on the scene. Why isn't that covering that? She kind of jumped on the scene at a similar time that I did, which was, we're kind of the era of, like, the John Cookian exposers or whatever. And she had really, really, really good, I remember when her first video came out about the situation, there's one part of my face where the foundation is just like, not today, so we're just gonna leave her. I remember when her first video came out about John, everyone was commenting on my feed and was like, oh my god, you have to go watch this girl's video, it's so good, when she kind of exposed the whole screenshot thing with Peter Mon. And it was really informative and great. And she also does addiction story times here on YouTube, which I love. Now, Mango Tea is another beauty channel. He has 20,000 subscribers, roughly. He was previously known for making videos against the Church of Scientology. Apparently he felt attacked during a live stream. Having a hard time getting in the vibe today for this video. I don't know why. So he apparently felt attacked during a live stream and basically said he was going to, I think because I'm annoyed about this, he basically said he was going to be, if Tawny wanted to, like, play that game, which she wasn't even playing in the first place, but that's besides the point. If Tawny wanted to play that game, he could also play that game and bring up her past. And it's unclear about if he showed a picture of her mugshot on the live screen or if he just threatened to use her mugshots. It seems like he showed them, but I have not yet seen, if there is a video, can you guys, like, link it down below? Because I know he's striking videos allegedly, but I haven't yet seen a actual, like, clip of him holding up her mugshots. I've just heard the voice clips and stuff. Here's my ish. So Tawny is pretty open on YouTube about her issues with addiction. And so when I heard this, that he was trying to use that almost against her, like use her addiction against her, I got pretty annoyed, pretty angry. I know I haven't ever really talked about this on my channel, and I don't really plan to. Simply, maybe in the future I would make a full video about this. But the reason that people make their addiction storytime videos are because it's to, like, help other people who are struggling with addiction. And my addiction story is, I am an alcoholic. I am 4 years, almost. Gonna be 4 years sober in July. I did rehab. I went to rehab when I was 19, got sober, I was in a lucky situation. And And this is why I don't really know if I'm going to make a story time ever about it, because I don't really know if it would help anyone, just because my situation was a little bit different. It was circumstantial, and also I was really blessed, which most people who suffer from addiction are not. I was blessed to have a family that immediately saw the issue, knew it was an issue, and immediately got me help. And I didn't really struggle with it for that long. It wasn't something I dealt with for like a super long time. And I had to, it was like a year of my life where I was heavily addicted to alcohol. Never any other drugs. Heavily addicted to alcohol. I went to rehab, I got clean, and now I don't drink. And it's that simple to me. Obviously, there's a lot of trauma put into that. And obviously, there's a lot of things that I could elaborate on and stories I could tell you, but I don't want to take away, not even that I don't want to take away, I don't really think my story is like inspiring, other than that I was able to stay sober after leaving rehab at the age of 19. That's the only thing super like remarkable. Everything else, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's also not something I feel I have to disclose to you guys, even though I love you guys and I love talking to you guys and I love the relationships I've built with people on this platform. I don't feel I have to disclose everything about myself on here. I just don't. I think a lot of people expect me to. This is off topic, but I had a person tweet at me asking if I'd ever been like assaulted, or if I'd ever been sexually assaulted or abused or something like that. And I never answered, and I just thought about it later, and I was like, God, I would never ever think that I could just ask somebody I'd never met that question. I know it seems like you know people online, and I have no problem with you guys being like, what's your favorite eyeshadow palette? What's your favorite movie? Like, we want to know about you a little bit more. But asking somebody like a deep personal question about something like that, I just don't think that's appropriate ever. And this kind of ties into what I'm saying. So first of all, first and foremost, just before we even continue on with our journey here, just addressing Mango Tea, because I feel like he might actually be watching this. He watched my last video on him. So hi, Mango. Just so you know, here's a little tea for you. My boyfriend's actually allergic to mangoes, and so he hates mango tea just because he's allergic to mangoes and he doesn't like mangoes. But that's just a funny side note. Just so you know, addiction is not something to be ashamed of, especially if you are recovering from addiction. You saying that that is something, I'm getting pissed and I should wipe off my bake before I get all serious. Hold on. You trying to say that by exposing her mugshots, you are like exposing her, or you have some dirt on her? That's not dirt. That's actually a super impressive thing that she was able to accomplish by being sober. And it's also, by the way, guys, I did message Tawny on Twitter, DM her, and make sure that it was okay that I made a video talking about this, because I know if it were me, I don't know if I would want everybody making stories about it, making videos about it. So just so you guys know, I did get her permission to talk about this. That's just a side note. Anyway, just so you know, being an addict isn't something to be ashamed of, and you promoting it like it is promotes a stigma that we in addiction, I now work with people who are addicts. I volunteered at a rehab, and I, do all this stuff with it. Just so you know, you're promoting a stigma that we have actively been trying to fight for years. You making it seem like her being an addict is something she has to hide and is like an expose, really pisses me off, really grinds my gears, because it's not something that people need to be ashamed of. It's not something people should feel like they can't talk about. If anything, it's something we as a society need to address more, because I guarantee 90% of my people listening right now, 90% of you out there listening to me, have known somebody, or you yourself have dealt with addiction. Because unfortunately, especially in America, I don't know how it is in other countries, but here it's a shit show. Like, we have people getting addicted left and right. And my problem is that people like you promoting that it's a shameful thing and it's something you need to hide, and there's mugshots and you're such a bad person if you did those things. Just because you have a mugshot doesn't mean you're a bad. Jaclyn Hill has a freaking mugshot and nobody accuses her of being a shitty person. Having a mugshot and having a history doesn't make you a shitty person. I'm so sorry to inform you. That doesn't give you, like, that's not tea. That's not something to expose. That was somebody at the lowest point of their life who was begging to get help and a system that refused to help them. We were just talking about this in my social, I'm taking a social work class this semester, and we were just talking about how people who face addiction, it's so shitty because you're put in a system, the system is just rigged against you if you're an addict. I know a lot of people might not share this viewpoint. I know people think that addicts are scumbags and they did it to themselves and it was a choice. And if you think that way, I implore you to go and just try and do some more research, because for 99% of addicts, it's a chemical imbalance. My favorite quote that I've ever heard was like, the first use was a choice. Everything after that is an addiction. It's not something that you can control. It's a disease. So I guess if I were to say, like, if you ever ran a stoplight, what if that just led to lifelong being paralyzed? Would I blame you for running a stoplight for being paralyzed for the rest of your life? Or would I try to help you because you're paralyzed? That's kind of how I try to see it. I don't know if that was a good analogy or not, but I just think for mango tea to perpetuate such a stigma against people. And then in his video about it, he didn't even, again, I watch both videos. I don't really want to comment on their particular beef because I see issue, and like his beef with other drama channels, because I see issues with both sides, because I'm just the type of person that, like, I instantly see devil's advocate side, and then I try and think of it from both sides, and I see it from both sides. I really, truly do. He felt like he was being attacked, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. What I care about is educating. And I just want to educate him and say there are certain things that just aren't something. It's the same thing I kind of said. If he's just going to continue to have this history about talking about things that really aren't drama, really aren't tea, we're going to have an issue. I don't know. That's kind of what I think about it. I think using someone's addiction against them, like, and the thing about it is, and the reason I kind of wanted to make this video is because you never, kind of the overall bigger meaning behind this, you never truly know what someone else is going through. And I think the biggest issue I had with this situation was that, like, I don't think people would look at me and be like, because I'm a very privileged white girl. I don't think a lot of people who watch my channel would look at me and think, like, alcoholic. Because I definitely don't. You think, like, homeless person on the streets when you think alcoholic. And I think that stigma needs to end, because it can be anyone. We're past the point of, being ashamed about that type of thing. It can be literally any person. Person on the bus next to you could be, dealing with depression. The girl you're commenting on her Instagram photo who's an Instagram model could have severe anxiety. Like, you just don't know what people are going through. And I think it's pretty ignorant to try and shame that. Try and shame someone's worst time. I don't love that. Just maybe, like, look a little bit deeper. And like I said, I don't want it to seem like I'm ganging up on just mango tea here, because it's not just a mango tea problem. It's a societal issue that I personally would love to change, but don't really have the means to, because I am a 23-year-old who doesn't, almost 23, who doesn't have quite a lot of impact in my life. Except that I have 3,000 followers on YouTube who like to listen to me talk, which I appreciate so much. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that is how I feel about all that, I guess. I was just kind of grossed out. I wish I could more accurately kind of talk about it, but the memo of today is to just like stop judging people. You can judge murderers. Like, how about that? You can judge murderers 100%. Like, they deserve to be judged. But like addicts, they're just struggling and they're working. It's been so proven by so many psychologists. I'm sorry if I'm going on a rant here and you guys don't care about this. You can totally tell me in the comments if I'm boring the hell out of you with this like school talk. I don't want you to feel like you're in school, but psychologists have proven that going to jail makes addiction worse for people, because especially in impoverished communities, because you go to jail because, let's say you go to jail because you're a drug dealer, and then you get this charge, you get however many months, whatever, you get out. Every goddamn application in the world tells you if you're a criminal or not. You have to disclose if you're a criminal. Congratulations, if you're a criminal, you're not going to get hired anywhere that's going to pay your bills. The only way you know how to make money is by selling drugs, because in prison they didn't give you any rehabilitation. They didn't give you any... I know this is a very Democratic viewpoint. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me if you have a more Republican viewpoint. This is simply how... working in this system, this is how I see it. If you have a different viewpoint on how the system works, I would love to hear it, because I'm intrigued, truly, about how other people see it. Because from where I work, when I'm working with I'm sure, like, this is why I like thinking about things from different perspectives. Because from my standpoint, where I'm sitting, I'm working with the addict one-on-one, trying to help them better their lives, and I'm seeing the system just come down on them. But then from maybe a cop's standpoint, he's seen, you know, addicts do horrible things to people and be horrible people, and he doesn't see the person that I see. He sees the person he has to arrest, or the person that's causing issues in a community. Like, I can see why people don't feel bad for drug addicts. Like, I understand why they don't. Because I'm sure if you only look at it from one perspective, it can 100% seem a certain way. So I guess my thing in this video, I would just implore you to maybe just sit back for a second, like I just did, where I physically sat back and was like, well, let's try and see it from a different perspective. I think I'm not trying to get all like, let's save the world on you guys, but like, I feel like if we all just tried to see the world from other people's perspectives, we could get so much farther. So much farther. With everything, not just with, you know, drugs and all that, but with everything. I feel like we could truly get so much farther in life. I'm not loving how this doesn't look very blended. I'm not a blended queen today. I haven't really been doing my makeup the past few days. I'm sorry if this got a little deep or if it got a little weird. Probably gonna fast forward now, just to save time to finish up my eyes, and then I'll pop back on and do like final my thoughts, because I've been talking for half an hour now. I'll be back. All right, friends, so I just finished getting ready, and now I'm gonna go drown and eat my weight in sushi, because that's what I do on Valentine's Day, is we go to our favorite sushi, me and Charles go to our favorite sushi. He's gonna be in a video soon, by the way. Oh my god. We go to our favorite restaurant and we eat lots of sushi. It's an endless sushi buffet, so we're gonna go do that. But I hope you guys like this video. I hope it wasn't too deep or too intense. Or too like preachy. I didn't want to come across as preachy, but I also felt like this was such a seriously big mess up on Mango Tea's side, and such a huge perpetuation of so many awful stigmas that I just had to say something about it. I hope you guys understood what I was saying and it came across okay, and I straightened my hair, by the way. That's why it looks better. Yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I loved making it. I miss doing my thoughts video so much. I think I'm gonna start doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday uploads. Here's why. I was trying to do 6 days a week, and I just wasn't loving everything I was putting out. I wasn't obsessed with all the content because I felt like I was kind of rushing it, or I was like stressed pre-filming, and I would get really anxious while I was pre-filming like 8 videos in a row. So I'm just gonna do what works for me right now. If I happen to pop up on like any other day, surprise, like, hi, I'm there. But yeah, so for right now, we're gonna change the schedule, tone it back a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind, but I feel like then you'll be getting better videos instead of just like a ton of videos. Also, side note, I've been watching a ton of like conspiracy / murder mystery videos on YouTube, and I love those videos. I've loved them for a long time, but I've been thinking about doing one. So like doing a video, I don't know how that would go. I don't know how I would be in that video because I feel like my personality is, I don't know if I would do that well, but I want to at least try. So if you guys have any cases you haven't really seen any videos about, I don't want to do just like a stereotypical, like JonBenet Ramsey. Like I feel like there's a million of those. I want to do something that's a little bit more specific and different. So if there are any cases or conspiracy theories or anything crazy you guys would like to hear me talk about, comment it down below and I will definitely look into it at least and see if it's something I think I'm capable of doing. All right, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, my makeup looks so pretty. I'm looking in the viewfinder and I'm like, oh my god, the glitter. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're here watching me. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.